Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Mia, and today, as you can see by the title, I am here for part 2 of the Baby Ballroom Q&A little series I have going on. So I'm sorry about the background noise, by the way. Matt's is just hoovering. However, I just need to say that down below in the description box is a link to my fundraiser page for the Alzheimer's Cupcake Day, which will be up either on Sunday or next Wednesday. So please, please, please go donate. Even if it's just £1, I'd highly appreciate it. And also, I'm here to announce that I'm doing a hair and makeup fundraiser with Mia Linick and Steph, who I work with very, very often. And this is for Black Lives Matter. So please message me either in the comments or on my Instagram or Facebook to book in, and all money donations will be going straight to Black Lives Matter. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please remember to like, subscribe and hit the bell to make sure you miss none of my future videos. I post every Wednesday and Sunday at 8:30 PM, so be sure to tune in for that. And without further ado, let's get straight on into it. Okay, so I've scribbled some of, because obviously I've got the screenshots of the questions, and I've scribbled the ones out that I answered in the last video so I can keep up. So I'm basically just going through them and picking random questions. So someone's put what made, so the biggest, probably one of the biggest questions was, how did I get on the show, and what made me want to be on it. So I don't know if many of you know, but we were contacted each individually. I know for the second season, I'm pretty sure there was like interviews and like what's the word, auditions. I'm pretty sure there was auditions for the second one. I'm not completely sure, so I can't say that 100%. However, I'm pretty sure there was like auditions or something for the second series. However, we just had an interview and got it. They phoned us and was like, would you like to be part of it? And I was like, well, we'll think about it, because obviously it is a big thing. We're young as well, so, but I have to say, even though we were young and it was a bit like worrying and, you know, but then we thought, you know what have we got to lose at the end of the day? I think when we did it was the time to do it. I don't think I'd do it now, personally, especially like if I was still dancing, because, you know, it does get very intense. It does get very intense. Obviously it's a TV show, but I feel like people don't realise that as soon as they go into it. So it was very intense, but it was good. And like I said, I think that was definitely 100% the time to do it. So I think it's better for younger people rather than the older people, just because, you know, as you grow older, you know, you need more commitment, you need to put in more time and effort into your dancing, and it did take quite a bit away from that, which is why in that time period of filming, I wouldn't say that we really progressed in our dancing level, because of all the focus on the TV show, which is fair enough, and, you know, that's on us, but that's all I'd say. So if anyone was to be approached, my advice to you would be, you know, sort of identify where you're at your dance career right now. Do you think that this is going to be your year for dancing? If so, then probably don't do anything too distracting like that, otherwise it can take away from your dance skill and all of that. So I think that's one of the biggest piece of advice I could give to anyone, you know, in a similar situation, being asked to do something super big, that's gonna like be very time consuming. So that's what I'd probably say for that. But yeah, like, that's how that I wanted to be on it. I didn't even answer the question. Absolutely, I don't even know. So what made me want to be on it? So, you know, first of all, Mia was also asked to be on it, so, you know, we're already best friends, so that was great. There's no better way to be on TV than with your best friend and someone that you already know, and all of the people on there I already did know, so I felt comfortable. It wasn't like throwing me into somewhere completely new with all these different people. Like, they were familiar faces, so it made it a lot easier. And I did just think at the time, like, I don't really know what I thought at the time, to be honest. Like, it was just fun. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be on TV. I think I felt like, you know, what is there to lose? There's not really many times you'd say no to be on TV, unless of course like it was something you didn't support or for some other reason. But you know, as a dancer, being asked to go on a dance programme, it's one of those like, why would you say no, in a way, you know? So yeah, and I think it was a great choice. At the end of the day, it's got me here today, like where, you know, if I didn't go down that path, I probably would not be sat here today. So yeah, it's like it's had like quite a big impact on my life, to be honest. So as I always say, I'm very grateful for the experience. So someone's put, is the dancing world really like this show portrays it? You're so talented, by the way, and inspiring. Thank you. Okay, so this is quite a good question. So I wouldn't say it portrays it in the best way, because I don't believe that, obviously, it's TV at the end of the day. Nothing's ever shown completely true. Let's be honest, nothing is shown, you know, reality TV isn't reality, is it? However, you know, there's nothing really like Baby Ballroom for ballroom dancing. There's, you know, Strictly, but it's not the same thing. It's not showing real life dancing. So, also, do you like the nails? They're cute, aren't they? Yeah, a new look coming soon on my Instagram with these nails. How cute. So, you know, there's nothing like Baby Ballroom out there to portray the dance world. So, I suppose you can say it's the best portrayed show because there isn't another one. But, personally, I think, you know, there are a lot of elements that were missing. But, then again, it's like, how would you add them in? So, I don't think I can say, honestly, that, you know, it's portrayed as the dance world is. I think they portrayed it in a good way. I don't think, you know, but I think there's elements that, you know, weren't shown that, again, I don't specifically know how they'd be shown, but it's not that. Baby Ballroom is not the exact dance world. There's a lot more that goes on. There's a lot more work. There's a lot more time. There's a lot more to do with dancing and, you know, competitions that wasn't shown. But obviously, you know, you can't show everything in a TV show. So I'm not saying that it's anyone's fault, but I wouldn't say that it is exactly how the dance world is, honestly. Like I say, you can say it's the best portrayed show because there isn't another one, but I don't think I can say that it bang on, it's spot on, it's exactly what the dance world's like, because it isn't. And anyone else in the dance world will tell you that, because there's just a lot more to go on. But it's like I say, it's hard to show everything that goes on because every individual is different as well. So it is hard to show, but you know, they did the best, and I think they did a pretty good job of showing as much as I suppose they can. So yeah, I don't really think there's a solid answer for that. It's like yes and no in a way, so it's a little bit of a hard one, but anyway, let's move on. Someone has put, was it a lot of work or was it more fun? So I wouldn't say it was work. I think there was quite a lot of pressure put on you, but I wouldn't call it work. It wasn't work at all. It was fun, but as I've always said, there was a lot of pressure on you in a way, because like, imagine being like 13, 12 and, you know, cameras on you, and, you know, I suppose you can say it's typical camera things. However, as a 12 and 13-year-old, there's not really many people that are in that situation, so it's weird, it's a different environment, it's a bit like, oh wow, you know, you do get distracted at the end of the day, so it is what it is. But I felt quite pressured in certain moments, and you know, this is me speaking for myself. Everyone has different opinions and all of that. However, this is my personal opinion and my honest opinion. So I did feel quite pressured in certain things because, you know, especially like when we're at dance competitions, which is another question that's linked into this basically, you know, it was like, oh my god, Like, I don't want to slip up, I don't want to make a wrong move. I'm not one of those people that really got very, very nervous before a competition. However, when we were filming, I was super nervous because you're on camera, you're dancing, and you're like, oh my god. You know, you don't want to fall, you don't want to mess up, you don't want to be caught on camera doing anything. Like, it's just one of those where it was hard, but it was fun at the same time. Like, there was a lot of fun that came out of it, and you know, there was a lot of more difficult moments, but then there was also a lot of fun moments, which at the end of the day, they're the things that you really remember. So it was, I would never say it was work. There wasn't work as such. It was quite time consuming, I must say, to film and things, but obviously I know that from YouTube now that, you know, it is time consuming. But like I said, like when we're younger, you know, you think, oh my god, like when is it gonna stop? Like, you know, at first it is like, oh yay, but then it does get tiring almost. Like I remember once we were filming like an intro where we're like in hold, and it must have took us like an hour to get like one shot, and we were like, oh my god, get me home, I need to eat. Like, it was like tiring, but it was fun. Like, during even the tiring moments, it was funny, and like we had a laugh. So like I said, it wasn't work at all. It was intense and some of it was hard, but it was still fun. So I hope I've answered your question there. That does link into, because I've had a lot of questions that say, was it stressful having cameras following you around during your practicing competitions? How was the experience of having cameras on you? Was it annoying? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I have a lot of questions on this. Just to clarify, like, there was a lot more footage filmed, so it was kind of stressful because, you know, it was a bit annoying then some things that weren't filmed, and it's like, ugh, so all that for nothing. But I do understand it, don't get me wrong, I do understand that happens, but it was a bit annoying that, you know, there was some parts that were filmed, you know, took a full day up and then wasn't included. So it is a bit annoying, things like that. But I think towards the end it didn't get annoying as such, the cameramen or anything, but I feel like it got tiring, like I've said, because, you know, I feel like I was just, and again, speaking for my own self personally, I think it was, you know, it was just getting a bit like, oh god, again, like, some things were very repetitive, which again, I do understand that they have to do that, but like, as, like, I can't say as you know, because you probably don't, but as you can imagine, maybe, you know, it does, like, drain the energy out of you sometimes. It's like, you know, when you're doing homework and you've had like the same question like 50 times, like over 2 weeks. That's sort of what it was. Like, some of the interviews, like, we had to answer the same questions but different days, different weeks, because they didn't know when they were going to include it, whatever. So it could get repetitive, and that wasn't, like I said, it wasn't annoying. I wouldn't say it was annoying, but it just got a bit tiring. And like I said, yeah, it was quite stressful for, I don't know, I can imagine a lot of people that were dancing at the competitions, even that weren't in the show, because, you know, like, they're in the background, you don't want them to fall, you know, like, things happen. It's like the scene where Mia unfortunately fell in the competition, you know, it's not nice. I remember, like, she was, you know, it's not nice to fall on camera, it's not nice to fall anyway, but then to be on camera, you know, it was stressful because, you know, you didn't want anything bad to happen, or it's like you had to win, like, you couldn't not win, like, on camera, like, and embarrassing. So, you know, luckily not many things did happen that were bad, but there was always that risk of it happening, you know, there's always that chance. So I think that ate away at me personally sometimes. Like, it was always in the back of my head, like, oh my god, don't make a mistake, don't make a mistake. But really, that was like sort of feeding my brain to be like, oh, make a mistake. Like, I learned from that now as well. So, you know, I feel like a lot of lessons were learnt during the process of the programme. However, it was stressful, like, end of, like, there's nothing else for me to say apart from that it was quite stressful. But like I say, there was fun parts, and, you know, it was always pretty funny. but it doesn't mean that stress doesn't come along with that. Like, you know, we all know we can have stressful days, but we can still have a smile on our face and stuff like that, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it was stressful. So that is that question. And then someone's put, okay, is Jamie's mum as pushy as they made her out to be? Personally, I don't think they made her out to be pushy at all, but that's my personal view. I don't know. To be fair, I haven't watched it in a while, but I don't remember her being made out to be pushy, but obviously, like, that's how you've seen her, so fair enough, that's absolutely fine. But no, I wouldn't say Angela's pushy at all. I think she's just like a normal dance mum. Like, that's what dance mums are like, you know, they're not pushy, they just want you to do well because, you know, you are like their little baby, the champion, you know. Like, they want you to do well, which is completely understandable. So I wouldn't say she was pushy whatsoever, you know. We all have times where, like, you know, our mum and dad are like trying to help, but, you know, like, I know I can retaliate quite a lot. So yeah, I wouldn't say she was pushy whatsoever. And if the camera made her look that way, then she's definitely not. She's just very, I don't know, supportive of her son. I suppose if that's what you mean by pushy, like, does she want him to do well, then yeah, like, obviously she wants him to do well. Like I say, he's her son, so, like, it's sort of understandable why parents can be pushy though. So yeah, I wouldn't say at all that she is pushy and, you know, like, a bad person for being so, because she's not. Like, if, you know, anyone is pushy as a dance parent, like, it's completely understandable. At the end of the day, they are paying a lot of money for you to dance because that's what you want to do. So they are entitled to have their say and to criticise you and things, because, you know, at the end of the day, they might not be dancers, they might not know what they're talking about. However, they do watch lessons, they do watch you dance, and they kind of can see little things, even though, you know, even myself, I used to be like, we don't know what you're on about. But they kind of do in a way, so yeah, I wouldn't, she's not pushy at all like that at all, and it's not in a bad way. If the camera made her out like that, well, she's not. If anything, she's just, you know, a supportive dance mother, and that's it, yeah. So I've been filming again for like over 20 minutes now, and I don't think I'm gonna film any more today because I don't want it to be a big long video. I want to split them up so they're more enjoyable to watch. So yeah, if you want to see part 3, because I still have quite a lot of questions left, I'm going to actually ask you for some more on my Instagram, so go over to my Instagram, message me, everything is linked down in the description box, so go give me a follow and go message me any questions or leave them in the comments down below. And yeah, so hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to like, subscribe and hit the bell to make sure you miss none of my future videos. Remember, I post every Wednesday and Sunday at 8:30 PM, so be sure to stay tuned for that. And I want to say one big last thank you for watching, and I shall see you all in my next video. Bye guys!